We see this look from time to time from the Knights. Third down, St. Clair deep drop back. He's going deep down the field. The pass is caught. Wide open 40, 30. It's Buck Studwell. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. New York. They're going to hand it off to H. Shaw. He got the first down. A championship is coming to New York.
23 seconds, 22 seconds. What are they going to do here? 4 yards from the end zone. Dunhill going to throw again. Dunhill out to Hollywood. BDG Hollywood touchdown! Oh my. The Atlanta Swarm. How about it? Your champions, Georgia. 27-10 over Sioux Falls. Your Atlanta Swarm are title winners. To the right. That's Carr. 2 down from the end. Handoff, Sandlin. Boy, he almost got hit the backfield, and Sandlin breaks it through for a touchdown for Seattle. What a run from Sandlin. He was dead to rights in the backfield and made something out of nothing. They're going to go 5 wide for Wigmore. Wigmore steps up, hit as he threw. Pass is intercepted at the 50 with room to return. It's Albert Begin again. 35-30. Albert Begin. 20, 10. Touchdown, Lone Star. Ivory Irvin not fast enough this time, and the Glory right back in it.
Second and 10 from the 38. Marconi back to pass against another blitz. Marconi's going to avoid a sack. Throw a ball deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a throw! What a throw! Touchdown! Minneapolis to Oberon Sabu. Oh my goodness! A slow motion replay here. You've got to be kidding me. SFL is gonna bring out the trophy, and Minneapolis is gonna get to celebrate for the fans that came down. Receivers, 3 to the right side. Tallahassee needs a stop. They haven't gotten one here in the third. And Cochran's go to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. And Alaska has 9 points here in the third quarter. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Alaska Storm. They are your Season 11 SFL champions.
How about E.J. DeCue, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked on that line. Great protection for Jackson. Now Moses is running over people, as are the rest of the Scorpions, and they fight him for a touchdown.
This Matt Wilson's pass is caught for a touchdown. What a throw to Dijon Swan. The Mexico City Aztecs, headlined by team owner Ramos Lin, gets their first SFL championship, a 38-24 victory over Chicago.
Tonight, Wigmore now 10 of 13, 76 yards, 14th pass of the day. Wigmore fires it outside, it's intercepted! John Barnhart, touchdown! Sioux Falls, he does it again for the Sparrows in the postseason!
Showing a blitz on the outside, it's Queen City. Everyone stays home. Darnell Black runs past everybody, picks up a block. Darnell Black in the open field. 40, 35, 30. Being chased by Shine. He won't catch him. And the Hyenas have cut it to 7.
Mama, there goes that man.
Stats all-star crew for a terrific start so far. Third down and 9 to start the second quarter. Ivory Irvin's over the top, and it's a touchdown for Baltimore.
Jark Tarkington has a chance to win it.
Oh my goodness. For all of that, and Tarkington gives Baltimore their 3rd straight title. Oh my goodness.
Well, McChesney gonna get a carry. Oh, there goes McChesney. One man to beat, he breaks it. Jaron McChesney down the sideline. Francis trying to catch him. Not today, young fella. Touchdown, Denver. They're right back in it. Down to 15 seconds left. Zuli back to pass. He's going to Corky. It is caught. And he puts it down. DC.
Greg Corky.
They got to pull out something miraculous here.
DC can't let him get behind him. They got to keep everything in front of him here. This is the ball game. Daniel Garcia back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to the middle. The pass is caught, and the tackle is made. And the DC Dragons have won the championship by a miracle on Zach Zuli's throw to Greg Corky. And I let the fellas give me a breath.
And a live look at Charleston, South Carolina. Things finally broke through the clouds for the Predators last week as they snapped an 8-game losing streak with a 2-point victory over the Denver Nightwings. This week they play host to an Arizona squad looking to potentially wrap up the SFL Western Division before a big Week 14 showdown with Las Vegas. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrop. Rick Northrop is with me here in the booth.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Charleston.
The Predators. They've had a couple of close losses, but this Arizona team, well, they're on a mission of unfinished business, Rick. They want to get back to the championship game and win it. Jay Hayden plays against his former team.
Yes, they do, and it should be interesting. As you noted, Charleston has lost a few down the stretch, but they were close games and they're competitive, and they got themselves back in the win column last week. Let's see what's going on with the coin toss.
Kentez Johnson, third in completion, second in attempts. But the rushing game is struggling mightily for Charleston. They'll look to get back on track here once we get things squared away here with kick.
And Arizona will kick to Charleston.
Cliff Allen to kick deep to
Yes.
Honus
Wagner?
Odobi.
Oh, okay.
And we are underway. And Odobi on the return up the middle. Ooh, nice moves out to the 26-yard line. We'll get our first look at Kentez Johnson.
Sweet little dipsy-do there on the return, Bruce. Channeling old Red Wings play-by-play there.
Saren Storm is the halfback. The other halfback is Nick Hoagland, number 40. Fullback is Terrell Sutherland, number 33. Wide receivers, Odobi, number 11. Davis Reed, number 18. Number 82, Jay Hayden. And the tight end is Brian Murphy. Johnson back to throw. We'll see this a lot today as the throw is complete for about a 4-yard gain. Our statisticians are
Digame.
Mark Mello and Juan Mississippi. As we get a 2nd and 6 for Arizona defensively, they're a rock-solid group. Led by the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage at strong safety. He's joined back there by Iverson Gamble. At the free safety, Everett Garrison, Parker Thomas, Skinny Washington are the corners. It's Johnson back to throw again. Johnson out of 1 sack. Still got the pass away, but it'll be a no gain on the play, but it could have been a loss.
Oh, yeah.
As Sutherland catches it. Set up a 3rd and 6.
Johnson ducks out of the way as that pressure comes. I think surprised him maybe a little bit. And we brought Denver, the service dog, with us again this week. He's a little rowdy. We'll see how that goes. And there's a catch.
Throw down the middle of the field, and Davis Reed streaking down the field to the Arizona 45. Joining the defensive backs for Arizona, linebackers Nathaniel Diggs, J.R. Lawless on the outside. Sean Moore is the inside. David Tilley up front at defensive tackle, along with Hunter Norwood, defensive ends Alex Constantine and D.D. Sachs. St. Epicanezer, a rookie center, is snapping the ball to Johnson. He's lined up under center. But it's played to lead 1st and 10. Throw out, complete. This is to Murphy, who gets knocked out of bounds at the 33, and the Predators are on the move here early.
They are, Colin, and they went back-to-back quick throws, quick release, short drops, and the receivers just getting leverage one side or the other and being on the same page with Johnson.
This is a Charleston team that averages 264 passing yards a game, only 44 rushing yards a game. That's next to last in the league as Johnson fires this down the middle. It's caught. It'll be 1st and goal at the 10. Holding that in that time beautifully is Murphy once again.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Colin, they like to throw the ball all over the yard, and here we go. Buckle up, everybody.
They only throw 14 passing touchdowns and only have 5 rushing touchdowns all year, converting 57% on third down, coming against the number 2 third down allowed defense percentage-wise at 47% in Arizona. It's Johnson back to throw, fires. Ooh, he nearly threw an interception. Nathaniel Diggs almost had his big mitts on it.
Nathaniel Diggs with the emphatic incomplete referee-approved incomplete gesture, but that covers up the fact that he's embarrassed that he dropped that thing. It was thrown right to him. Oh, my goodness. Well,
3 people in the backfield and an extra tight end.
They live another down here, Colin. 2nd and goal.
Johnson. He'll swing it out to Storm, the former wide receiver. But he's unable to get past the line of scrimmage as Garrison brings him down.
Yeah, they're trying to catch him. I'd mentioned they ran a couple of quick concepts, and this time he took a deep drop and then still swung it out to the left side of the formation, Colin. I think they were hoping they would have gotten the DBs to back off, but it didn't work. It's still 3rd and goal and almost from the 10-yard line now.
Johnson to throw, end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Garrison grabbed it, pass intended
for
Jay Hayden, and Garrison grabs it out of the air, and Charleston will come away with no points.
Let's get another look at it here. It just kind of offline throw. I'm not sure what Kentez was thinking about there. Well, I was thinking he was going to throw it to one of his own guys, right? But
Ashley Jackson lines up under center.
yes. You okay over there?
DJ Moses at second as we get offside. The very first play. It won't matter as Arizona picks up a first down the middle. Catch hauled in by the other tight end at number 84, and that is Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. That's fun to say.
That's what we'll hear from our 62. Neutral zone infraction called on number 56, Thomas Matthews, the defensive end. He's joined out there by John Lawley at the other defensive end spot. Mark Rivers and Robert Sherrier, the defensive tackles. Jack Brown, the veteran, along with the number 1 overall pick rookie Geno McFly, are 2 of the linebackers. They're joined by Kevin Brackett. Mark Martin, Tyson Thorne, and Sam Blotner are the corners. Jacob Clear, Matt Ryan are strong safeties. Ryan, a rookie, pick number 17 overall. As this pass complete out to Justin Williams, will pick up 3 yards to set up a 2nd and 7. Justin Williams is joined out there by wide receivers Ryan Owens and Connor Weston, along with TJ Punk, and the tight end is Will Todd. Offensive line is left tackle EJ DeQ. Patrick Kelly is at left guard, and Sean Crooked is at the right tackle. Throw is complete, out of bounds, first down yardage obtained. That is Ryan Owens, number 10, to the Arizona 44.
Those low expected yardage or production plays pay off when you've got short yardage to go for the first down. That might be one of the few times I like that concept or that play. The play. You got everybody introduced so far, Colin? How are we doing on that?
Everybody is introduced and accounted for.
How is accounted for?
Jackson, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks last week in a 20-51 loss to Baltimore, in which DJ Moses went over 100 yards, had 2 touchdowns, but too much vultures for the Scorpion defense. They gave up 51 points in the loss. Charleston beats Denver by 2 points, 28-26, and an 8-game losing streak after winning on opening day, week 1. 2nd and 4 at midfield, get to Moses. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage as there was no room at the end for him. The first carry of the game.
Gonna stay in the backfield. Yeah, not a bad idea. And lead blocker had the fullback in there, but Charleston was ready for it.
3rd and 4. Arizona pretty good on third down. Get to the exact percentages in a moment. First third down of the game for the Scorpions right now. Orange helmets. It'll be a run play to Moses, and he will only pick up 1 yard when he needed more. Jack Brown, the veteran linebacker, bringing him down. It'll be 4th and 3. And Glass Jaw is on the field to punt.
The delightfully named Glass Jaw as a punter. Does he have a single bar face mask? That would be even better.
I don't think he does.
Got to protect that Glass Jaw.
Fair catch called for it to 13. Predators had a good opening drive, Rick. Unfortunately for them, it ended with 0 points.
I pick in the end zone, and that had to sting a little bit. But they've got to be happy with their ability to move the ball against the Scorpions. And Eddie Gage is going to see if he can make some tweaks to his defense here. As Charleston starts their second possession with 4 wide. Well, 3 wide, but they're going to be 4 in the pattern. You wait.
Johnson was 5 of 7 in that opening drive. Unfortunately for him, he threw a pick. That pass is completed, but only a pickup of 1 to Aiden.
I'm not sure. I didn't see who it was that their route concept took them over the middle. It looked like they were open and or were going to break downfield. But Johnson goes short. Maybe that was he was just locked in on the primary. We'll see.
Hayden is the head coach. Offensive coordinator is the Australian-born Jacob Clear. As this pass is complete out to Murphy, and he gets the first down before he's collared down by the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage, but not before a first down is achieved.
A little roll of the dice there, Colin, as that was nearly intercepted, and that would have been some points damage had that happened.
This is the first meeting between these two teams since season 16, week 2. Won by 3 points by the Scorpions, 33 to 30. In fact, 4 to 5 meetings have been decided by 3 points or fewer. As this pass by Storm, the former wide receiver, picks up 4 yards, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and Storm, typically you kind of head to the sideline or whatever. He puts the spin move on and heads back inside where all the bad guys are, trying to make something else happen. Just keep an eye on him and his effort as we go through the game. That's pretty gutsy.
Here's a good to Storm out of the 3-person backfield, and it works to perfection with a couple of spins to boot before Lawless and Sachs bring him down at the Charleston 40.
Saren Storm wants the rock. Look at this. Get off me. Get away from me. It takes half the squad to bring him down, Colin.
Storm only 45 yards on 9 carries a go, but had a 28-yard run and 1 touchdown on the ground. For Storm, this is his first time playing running back. He has 3 touchdowns on the year, 266 yards on 87 carries as Murphy hauls it in, and that's a first down for Brian Murphy.
If you're Arizona, you've got to be a little concerned here as the second drive for Charleston looks like the first drive. Only saved by an errant pass in the end zone was Arizona.
Murphy's 6'5", 250 pounds.
It's a large person.
He's the kind of guy who sticks out in a crowd. Quarterback's best friend because he's that tall. Johnson fired. Ooh, it's knocked away from Davius Reed. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're wearing these blue uniforms, Rick.
Yeah.
One of the first times we've seen them.
Yeah, me gusta.
It's Johnson looking comfortable in the pocket, Rick. Just tried to fit it in there, but ooh, nice hit put on by.
I'm a little concerned by the decision making on Johnson. He nearly had a pick in the red zone, and then he ends up throwing a pick in the red zone. And he's picking some pretty tight windows or double or even triple covered receivers to catch his passes. So I'll watch that.
Saren Storm on the carry only picks up 1 to the 45. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. Johnson fires long, it's caught. What a catch out there by Jay Hayden. Going way up in the air with the greatest of ease, hauls it down against his former team.
That's a big-time play right there. He can see all day long he's going to break to that outside, and he puts it up there with a nice arc on it. Not a flat throw, not a dart. Just drops it in the bucket, if you will. Overused phrase, but we see a lot of quarterbacks forget they need to do that in the league.
Turn Gibb to the fullback. Sutherland, number 33, stopped the line of scrimmage by Hunter Norwood. His first carry for Sutherland, who has 53 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown, also has contributed 8 grabs for 32 yards on 11 targets out of the backfield.
Well, here's the Predators in the red zone again, Colin.
Throw over the middle, diving catch made by Reed down at the 10-yard line, and it's 3rd and 5, and as Yogi Berra would say, it's deja vu all over again, because this is the exact spot where they threw an interception.
Yeah, well, I believe it was 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line, and well, here we go. It's 3rd and 5. They technically can get a first down without scoring.
3 wide receivers, split backs with Johnson, who's back to throw. Throws to the end zone. Oh,
nearly throws it away. Oh
knocked away.
Stop doing
by
that.
Parker Thomas, number 42. And Brad Bretchett will be on for the field goal. He's one of 2 specialists on this team, along with a guy, a rookie punter by the name of Eric Blueberry.
Ah, Mr. Blueberry.
Out of the hold of Lion Tree. Back at quarterback. Snap, spot kick is up and good from 27 yards away, and we have a 3-0 contest with 48 seconds left here in this opening quarter. Charleston 8.5-point underdogs at home, over under 52.5, according to our friends over at Jack's Data, one of which is Mr. Hunter Norwood.
Yeah, Mr. Hunter Norwood. Welcome. And Charleston getting no love. They've dropped several in a row, even though they're coming off a win. And, the betting public doesn't believe in them.
That return by Owens almost broke wide open. But he's tackled at the 30, and Arizona finds themselves down by exactly 3.
Yeah, the stereotypical one man to beat, and that one man gets him. So, here we go. Oh, yeah. Tyler Falk, by the way. Tyler Falk, broadcaster. Did you get married? The Rick Meter is in town. It did make its way to South Carolina. And the neon is neoning as the sun will be setting during the course of the game. And that World War II surplus diesel motor, burning that clean diesel, is going, and the staff is plugging and chugging. They got their slide rules out and furiously making calculations and looking at probabilities. So here we go.
Well, he wanted to know at Denver, the service dog check will give you an update after this play, which is a Moses handoff. Only picks up 2 yards, set 36.
Ironically, Denver, the service dog, needed some service and is outside taking care of business right now. So I want to thank the sports staff that travels with us, as I'm sure Denver does. He'll be relieved to come back to the game.
In the first quarter, surprising score, Charleston in front 3-0 to watch the Simulation Football League. Presented by APM Music on YouTube. Welcome back, folks. Start of second quarter here in Charleston, South Carolina. Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop here in the broadcast booth with you. Our statisticians, Mark Mello and Juan, Mississippi.
And there's a first down. Did you miss that?
Well, Todd,
You're paying attention.
Todd over the middle. Yes, I was. I was just giving everybody their flowers. As it's first and 10 at the Arizona 41. First catch of the day for Todd, number 89 at tight end. Vin Diesel had a catch earlier, but Todd is actually paid the big bucks.
That's right.
Jackson fires out, complete to Punk, who picks up 5.
You know what's interesting about Tyler Falk, broadcaster, is he's got a different Ivy hat, and look up Ivy hat if you don't know what that is, for every day of the week. His hat game just won't quit.
You mean he doesn't pull the Jamie Heineman and wear the same hat?
He doesn't wear the same one every time. Yeah, that's his calling card. You know?
Jackson pump fakes, trying to complete it to Connor Weston in a tight window, but Weston had the ball knocked away from him, incomplete to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Scorpions. And I'll get you those percentages that I mentioned earlier. On 3rd down, Arizona's only 55%. Defensively, Charleston allows that exact same percentage on 3rd down.
Tyler Falk crying poor over his Ivy hat game. I don't think that's accurate, but
There's Moses on it. Gary doesn't get there.
Gonna stop
He's
short.
Still 2 yards short. Flopner, number 46, coming up and rallying to the football. And Arizona, once again, will be forced to bring out the punter.
The punta. And I was going to say, Tyler Falk's crying poor about his Ivy cap game. And interestingly enough, I just noticed there's a new GoFundMe for somebody who needs more hats out there. So
We got Arizona on the field, and it looked like there was a whole lot of nothing going on. So timeout called with 3:39 to go in the first half, and Miss Jackson. I will have to explain to Mr. Gage what exactly the heck she's doing. And it looks like it'll be a one-way conversation.
Do you think Eddie wanted her to, take the snap and run a play, or were they not supposed to? I don't know. Well, the ritual burning of a timeout in the first half, no big deal typically. Don't do that in the second half.
Yeah.
Right? It's a rule, a Rick rule. Hey, how about that? That timeouts in the second half are more valuable than timeouts in the first half. And look at that return.
Onobi returns it all the way up to the 32, an off-season pickup from the Atlanta Swarm. And this young man, he's performed very well in the receiving department. 434 yards on 43 grabs and a touchdown on 60 targets. He also is averaging 3.3 yards per punt return. He only had 19 coming into the game.
Wow.
Johnson will swing it out to Storm. Storm has plenty of room in front.
Oh, my.
There goes Sharon Storm down the sideline and knocked out of bounds by Gage and Gamble at the Arizona 45. Gage and Gamble, that sounds like a law firm to me.
Gage and Gamble, that's right. A dodgy law firm at that. And you'll recall just one short quarter ago, this broadcaster said, keep an eye on Sharon Storm. Trying to single-handedly will Charleston down the field into scoring more points and making a difference in this game.
Only 13 yards on 2 carries, but he has 3 grabs for 27 yards. The former wide receiver putting in his yeoman's work here in the passing game early. Johnson over the middle, catch made for 9 yards. Murphy again, that's his 5th catch on his 5th target. And don't look now, but the Predators, they might be on the verge of a feeding frenzy here, Rick.
Well, you're full of hyperbole over there, young man. But I'm impressed with Charleston's offense here against a stout Arizona defense, right? You don't get to 8-2 without having some chops on the defensive side of the ball.
Sutherland takes the fullback dive and carries a couple people forward for a first down. And again, they just continue to stack small W's on top of each other.
I like it.
Split backs, Johnson back to throw, fires, has a catch. That's Aiden, who's ushered out of bounds to the ground at the Arizona 27. And look at the numbers for Johnson, dwarfing Jackson so far.
You know, Colin, that can be part of your new book and training series, stacking the W's, right? I like that. That's a more interesting way to say, you know, execution. You got to execute, right? No, stack the W's. Each little block done correctly, each assignment picked up, right? It's a W. Stack the W's.
Sutherland on the carry. Ooh, he got stopped by the Hall of Famer at the line of scrimmage. This man has over 1,000 career tackles, and things like that. It shows you exactly why.
Right. Yeah, just to build on your concept, right? You're going to have L's, right? Stuff happens. Either you make a mistake or somebody makes a better play than you do. And the goal is to have more W's stacked than L's.
They convert this 3rd and 3. It'll be knocked down at the Arizona 21. It's Storm again, getting the kudos from his fullback who led the way, and it's a first down at the Arizona 21.
Saren Storm is shouldering the load here. It's a team game, but boy, what a standout so far in the first half and first half and a half.
Johnson back to throw again, over in the middle, crossing route underneath. Catch made for a pickup of 7.
Thing of beauty on that crossing route, Colin, is I think they kind of got the defense messed up a little bit, just like a switch in basketball. You know, it's funny, Colin. It doesn't really matter where Charleston has started off their drives, but they find themselves in the red zone yet again.
This is the 8th play. Johnson to the end zone, touchdown! It's all on the field. It's Jay Aiden. With around 2 defenders and making it look easy against his former team.
Wow. Yeah, one of the stories within the story, right? Hayden going against his former team. Look at that. Just fronts 2 defenders and a third one's coming over for help, and Kentez Johnson delivers it. Delivering the mail.
That was an 8-play, 69-yard drive and resulting in a 14-yard touchdown pass to Jay Aiden from Kentez Johnson. I think this result is going to cause people's eyebrows to go, huh? What? As the extra point is good, it's now 10-0 with 6:30 in the first half. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th through the 30th for Season 21 kickoff weekend. For room reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the convention alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Reserve your group rate today. We'll see you there.
Amen to that.
I feel like the ad is hinting at something.
Hinting at something. Hey, you know, this is the part of the game, Colin, where we like to ask the question. What's the question we like to ask?
Wow, what the heck's going on with the Rick meter?
Funny you should ask. The Rick meters come out with their first reading, and it is leaning Charleston. Leaning Charleston here at the 6:26 mark in the second quarter. You recall, if you pay attention to the Rick meter, it will help you understand who will eventually prevail in this game. And right now, they're favoring Charleston.
They line up in a jack set. Moses explodes up the middle, picks up about 11 to the 37. It'll be a first down for number 25.
Number 25, upon hearing the news of the Rick meter's latest first reading of the game, decides to do something about it. Nice run right up the middle, and well blocked. I don't think anybody laid a hand on him until he got actually tackled.
Had only 3 carries for 7 yards before that one. That was a pickup of unofficially about 12.
Yes, thank you. The Rick meter is delusional and believes the entire SFL was organized to curry its favor. So,
Moses on the stretch play. Power, he goes. Breaks a tackle. Almost broke a second one. And Moses all of a sudden is starting to eat up in these last two plays, Rick.
I know. The Rick meter's like, wait a minute. Two big chunk plays from Arizona. Where has this been all game?
Charleston is the 7th best rushing defense in the SFL, coming in only giving up 80 yards a game. 374 in total. 294 in the air. But almost 27 points a game. Look at Moses' numbers there. He's up to 41. He's up to 43 yards, approximately, on 7 carries. As he picks up 2 to the 39. Looks like we might have an unexpected track meet about to bust up. I don't know.
You are so full of hyperbole tonight. I can't believe it. They haven't even scored yet, Colin. Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Jackson throws after Williams. Ooh, only a pickup of 1 on the throw out of the backfield. Jacob clear. No, that is that's the backup tailback. That is Gage.
To be fair to my partner, I see where he's going, right? Suddenly Arizona's springing to life, and maybe we'll start trading scores, right? That would be fun.
That is Jalen Gage, the backup tailback. 3rd and 7. Jackson
Uh-oh.
throws. Intercepted on the deflection, and coming back with the ball the other way for the Predators is number 28, the strong safety, John Domingo, who gets knocked out of bounds at the Charleston 49, and Jackson is beside herself. She can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, the deadly tip ball, and there's nothing you can do about that as a quarterback once that thing's up in the air.
Tyson Thorne.
It's an opportunistic interception, right place, right time.
Free agent pickup from Denver, and Jackson. She's 7 of 9, but those 2 incompletions have been completions to the other team. And she's only thrown for 44 yards. Let's see what Johnson and company elect to do there. First down. Here's to give off to Saren Storm. Storm has plenty of room, picks up about 11.
Drags
to the
big,
Arizona 40.
drags big number 94
David Tilley.
across the line again, yeah.
Just follow his
Right
fullback
there.
right there. And then, as like you said,
someone else was in on that little drug play. Drugging.
That's J.R. Lawless there.
Yeah. Dragging play. Tucker better gooder.
Tucker Redder Gooder out.
Don't forget, it pays to enrich your word power. And as always, public service announcement, if you're going to score well on your ACT or SAT, vocabulary is the key. You heard it here first.
Constantine makes the tackle on the backfield, loss of a couple. Storm's been getting the lion's share of the carries. So far, we have not seen Nick Hoagland, the former fullback.
Really?
Who's the backup tailback as Storm continues to go backwards. Loss of 2.
Wow, Arizona's had enough of the Storm. they got team coverage for the Storm.
Damon Simeon welcomes into the chat as he is looking around, taking a look at the scoreboard, and he's like, what's going on? With the emoji saying that. 3rd and 14, Johnson. Rainbow down the field, diving reception made at the Arizona 20. That's Olubi Holman, that ball in as he goes to the ground.
Whoa, Nelly. And you know what this means, Colin? 4 possessions for Charleston, 4 trips to the red zone.
Just an unbelievable effort.
I don't believe what I just saw. Yeah, we're just reading the chat. If you're not in the chat, get yourself in the chat. It's always fun.
1st and 10 on the Arizona 20. Storm. He got blown up in the backfield by Nathaniel Diggs.
Blow it up, sir. Oh, so many cultural references. Nobody's gotten a 1 yet. I have to start pointing them out when I actually make them. And they're just going to have to keep throwing to Saren Storm. I guess they're keying on them on the run game, daring them to throw. Look, they're playing tight on the line, too.
Yeah, but shoots that in, so throw it out to Storm. Storm has room, breaks one tackle. Almost broke another tackle. We reached the 2-minute warning. We're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
Well, as we head into the final 2 minutes here before halftime, Charleston yet again in the red zone, Colin.
3rd and 4 from the 14. Johnson, quick drop. Oh, sack time. Down he goes. David Tilley, who was taken for a ride by Storm earlier in the drive, gets a small measure of revenge with a sack, and that'll set up another field goal attempt by Breccia.
And that's not a bad outcome for the Scorpions, Colin. 3 scores for Charleston, assuming this one is good, and it'll be 2 field goals and a touchdown.
Breccia's second field goal attempt. Made one from a little closer in earlier. This one has some distance, and it's good from 36. I'll call it unofficially, and it's 13-0. Charleston in front, and
sorry, Colin, I interrupted you. Please continue.
And this game is still on upset alert.
Yes, it is on upset alert, but I think Arizona's not unhappy with holding them to a field goal and proving that they're not quite dead yet.
1:10 to go in the first half. Kickoff is away. This is Ryan Owens on the return from about the goal line. Cuts to his left and will be brought down at the 27.
He did the same thing last time, headed up the middle and then cut to his left, and trying that again, and not a bad return.
Miss any SFL action? Check out highlights of SFL games on the SFL YouTube channel and Highlight Nation provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sport highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor's Valiant for all your sports highlight needs. Jackson fires down the field. Diving reception made, and the Scorpions call timeout with exactly 61 seconds left in the first half.
There you go, yeah, and check out those highlights, and as this Ann Arbor-based crew likes to say, hail to the victors. Recently acquired the state of Ohio. Did they? So that's good. But yes, Colin, very impressed by Charleston. For Arizona, it's only a 2-score lead. They're only down by 2 possessions, technically. And if they can get some points out of this.
Punk with the diving reception on the previous play. Jackson fires out. Diesel gets out of bounds with 58 seconds left. His second catch will be pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. Then cross over the midfield stripe.
Yeah, and as you'll let us all know here in a little bit, or as we go, Colin, the Arizona defense can be quite potent. Oh, there's a vocabulary word for you. Ashley Jackson, Eddie Gage, can get this thing dialed up quickly.
Quick drop from Jackson down the middle. Pass caught and down to the 33. Punk again, his second catch on the drive, and here we go at the hurry up.
Yep. A little stress on the defense as they can't substitute.
Jackson down the middle, it's intercepted. Threw it right to the blue-shirted defenders. And John Stamengo this time doesn't need any help from his teammates as he grabs this one all by himself.
Wow. I'm so surprised by that.
Looking for Weston on the post and just underthrew it.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned earlier, a lot of times quarterbacks will, I think they maybe just get too dialed up and they throw a dart when they could have thrown a rainbow, and that was the case, right? The receiver was again who?
It was Weston, number 83.
And Weston, number 83, was behind the defenders. Just needed to lob it out there towards the end zone, let him run underneath it.
And Saren Storm with the carry picks up about 4. And I think the first half has gone just about swimmingly for the boys in blue.
Right, and they're going to head into the locker room not only with a 13-0 lead, barring anything funky here, but also the Rick meter will be leaning their way.
Johnson going deep. Ooh! Iverson Gamble almost snatched away that one.
Arizona trying to return the favor on the tip rope, Colin.
It's 3rd and 6, clock stopped with 5 seconds left. I imagine this will be just a run. Nothing more, perhaps.
We'll see. Yeah.
3 wide.
I think
Johnson.
they're going to roll. Call me crazy.
A quick drop. Oh, this is going to be simple out route. And Reed gets the first down and stops. No, that's Ogleby.
With a tick left.
Exactly 1 second left. You can't plan these things on the Charleston 40.
Somebody get that tick off me. Siri even liked that one.
Murphy, 5 catches for 67 yards, 5 targets. He'll be in the block as this will be a Hail Mary passing attempt. They rush 4, including 3 defensive linemen. Almost got the ball off. But it's incomplete. Constantine almost had a sack. We reached the end of the first half. It's 13-0. Charleston in front. Ooh, an interesting observation. The blue jerseys seem to be giving Charleston luck. I don't know. Might be a Notre Dame green jersey-esque effect, if you will. But that's why there are 2 halves of football, not just one. Third quarter gets underway. Ryan Owens returns it up past the 20. They'll mark it just short of the 25 at about the 23. Going to be 1st and 10 for Arizona. They're down 13-0. DJ Moses, 43 yards and 7 carries. Only 44 total rushing yards in the first half, and they'll start off with a Moses carry. Picks up a couple just past the 25, maybe the 26. They'll set up about a 2nd and 3 as Kevin Brackett in on the tackle. Our statisticians thanks once again to Mark Mello, a guy who played for me when the V8s were in St. Louis, as well as Juan Mississippi, a guy who's going on the all-name team in the SFL. If there was such a thing as Moses spins, breaks the tackle, 2 spins, and he almost broke away for a big gain before he's finally brought down at the 46. And Arizona's cooking with gas.
Yes, they are. And the count got into the action there. 1 spin move. 2 spin moves.
Jacob Clear was all kinds of confused, and Matthews had to run down from his defensive end spot to bring Moses down at the 46.
All right, let's break down a little bit what the hill that Arizona's facing as we're reflecting on this at halftime, Colin. Sometimes the challenge, especially when you're fighting the tide with the Rick meter, as there's a sack. Sakarewski.
Sack time on the play. Brought down by Rob Cherry, the defensive tackle, number 99, and you could say...
Nice. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted. You could say. That was a good point.
You could say he just about Cherry Mountained his way.
Oh, there we go. You were searching for something there. Yeah, if we break down the task in front of Arizona when you're fighting the Rick meter tide, Sometimes it's, well, you just need to play better defense and stop the other team from scoring because your offense is fine. Or other times you need your defense is playing well. You just need to put a point or two on the board. But in the case of Arizona right now, Colin, not only do they need to stop Charleston, their defense has to step up, but their offense has to step up. So both sides of the ball, and that's a more difficult hill than what people might realize. And there's your little Rick Meter TED Talk.
Only 120 yards in that first half for Arizona. They convert the third down here to 33. Weston hauls it in for the reception. 251 total yards for Charleston in the first half. 225 through the air for Kentez Johnson, as that pass was a beaut.
What was Saren Storm's receiving totals, if you don't mind?
Saren Storm's receiving totals, 4 grabs for 36 yards. Also had 8 totes to the rock for 27.
Wow. A decent percentage of the total offensive production for Charleston there. Look at this.
Moses up the middle, breaks the tackle. He's on his way. 10-5 touchdown, Arizona. And the DJ pulling off a Houdini act as he gets into the end zone.
Seemingly stopped dead in his tracks and then teleports his way down the field. I love it. And that's just what the doctor ordered.
Watch this. Straight down the middle.
Whoops.
Just basically runs right over block.
A little hurdle, right? Yeah.
Cliff Allen, the kicker, on to try the extra point. That is a run of 33 yards and puts Moses right on the doorstep.
Indeed.
Of another 100-yard game.
Wow.
For him.
Yeah, and that's one half of the equation that the Rick Meter staff had outlined for Arizona.
It's now 13-7 with 8:22 in the third. And boy, oh boy, are things starting to get interesting.
Well, for the first time in the game, maybe Charleston is going to feel a little bit of pressure. They're obviously going to want to respond. It goes without saying. The point of the whole exercise is to get the ball and score a touchdown. But the risks are plentiful now for Charleston's offense.
Turn up the middle by Odobe to the 25, and that's where the Predators will start. Kentez Johnson, he was just sparkling in that first half. 19-25, 225, a touchdown. But just one interception for a guy who's come in with 21 interceptions.
Wow. Well, still half to play here.
First and 10, split shotgun look, 3 wide. Johnson throws. Ooh, he almost threw it right to the linebacker, the big dog, Sean Moore. Davius Reed, the intended receiver.
Dicey throw there, yeah, and they've Charleston has max protect on. I thought maybe they're going to throw much deeper. Instead, they elect to throw into quadruple coverage. Short.
Pass intended for Reed, but Moore almost caught that. Second and 10 from 25. 8.5-point dogs. Would not be the biggest upset of the year. As we take a look at the total yardage comparison. Close. On both sides is Johnson deep. Oh, knocked down by Garrison.
Wow.
He had the interception earlier, and he almost came up with number 2.
Maybe I should have yelled 2. And don't look now, but is Arizona working on the other half of the equation, getting their defense to, let's say, play better?
It's this far look. Spread. Johnson down the middle, and this time it's intercepted.
Nelly.
This time it's Iverson Gamble, and the gambler wins this time, not the house.
The gambler takes it. Wow. Just kind of runs the great circle route and cuts in front of the receiver.
Pass intended for Jay Hayden.
A little delivered late, I guess, at that point, right? If the defender can run around, past and come back around and pick the ball. Probably should have been there earlier.
Look at Harish Prasad in the chat. He says, "My God, I walk away for 2 minutes." LOL.
Yeah, that is geek. Don't leave the TV, your computer, however you're taking in the game.
It's well done. Hauls in about an 11-yard gain for a first down. Todd, that's only his second catch of the day, Rick. Strangely quiet for the big tight end.
Yeah, well, maybe they're going to maybe that's why they weren't the production was off in the first half, right? And we got a lot of stats and facts and figures, Colin, and who's keeping track of that for us?
One Mississippian, Mark Mello. Well, Todd again showing off the fancy footwork, this time split wide.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up 4. Hi, Harish.
Talking with people in the chat. Love it.
Hey, why are you shaking your fist at me?
Not shaking my fist at you, am I? Am I? Well, 2nd and 6, and knocking on the doorstep here is
Jackson
Arizona.
fires out to Moses. Both hands around the ball, breaks a tackle. It picks up 10 yards to the 18 before he's brought down for a first down.
Broke the plane of the line to gain. Gonna get a hallelujah. All right, look at that. 2 defenders out there. Runs past one. Second one stands him up, but not before he's gotten a first down.
Geno McFly, 38 tackles coming in, 2 for loss. And 3 pass deflections for the #1 overall pick. As Moses tackled for only a pickup of 1. Haven't called McFly's name too much as Robert Cherry brought down Moses in the backfield.
I think McFly's been too busy doing Biff's homework. And Harish Prasad, you're funny. Hey, I love the chat, and I love attention, and I'm glad you're in there.
Jackson audibles, throws to the end zone, wobbly duck, ooh, almost grabbed out of the air by Kevin Brackett, who was diving through the air.
That's kind of anybody's ball. For a minute there, I thought of the 3 outcomes: completion, interception, or incompletion. I thought there was a catch was going to be made, more likely than not. Well, brings it 3rd and 9, Colin, and they'd like to get more than a field goal attempt out of this possession, for sure.
Jackson back to throw. Oh, she threw an interception. It's picked off and coming back the other way. Oh my goodness. It's Mark Martin as Jackson is picked off again for the 3rd time today.
What was that? Was that tipped or what was that? I blinked and I missed it. Here we go.
That was tipped.
No, was it? Yeah.
It was tipped by Matt Ryan, the rookie.
Wow. Great play by Ryan. Kind of have an influence on the flight of the ball, flight of the Valkyrie.
Charleston will take over 1st and 10. Johnson lines up under center. 3 people in the backfield, including an extra tight end along with Sutherland and Storm. Storm gets the ball, and he'll promptly go backwards. He loses 3 yards. As you see the running back comparison, it was a bit lopsided, but these teams use the running backs in vastly different ways.
Yeah, well, and Charleston really hasn't had much going in the run game, so the optics match up with those statistics. And I was going to say the first possession of this quarter for Charleston, Colin, the play selection I thought was a little iffy. A couple of long plays that didn't connect and a run or what have you, and here they find themselves at 3rd and 12 again. It's not the smooth running, matriculating down the field. There's another vocabulary word. Offense that we saw to Charleston in the first half.
Storm is out of the ball game. We have Nick Hoagland in the backfield as they go 3 wide receivers. Hoagland in there to block for Johnson. Fires. Ooh, diving catch made. Davius Reed making it look easy at the 37. He's touchdown. It'll be a first down.
You know, not having Storm in there on a critical third down was seemed questionable to me, but maybe that was to get the defense guessing who the target would be. And it works out.
Now Storm checks back in. Here's the give to Storm. He's followed blocker, stiff arm down the field. Saren Storm down the side. 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Saren Storm. And oh my goodness, the Predators make the Scorpions pay.
Oh, pay big time. And Saren Storm showing an extra gear. The afterburners go on as he runs past the defenders who had an angle on him. Right, watch this. Shoves that guy down. Get away from me. And then turns on the Jets and outruns everybody. I guess Saren Storm was getting a little 0-2 on the sideline for that critical third down play.
Andrew Marher, the backup tight end, was the initial lead blocker.
Really?
And Saren Storm, now that was a 63-yard touchdown run. He's up to 87 yards and just 10 totes of the rock. And it's now 20-7 with 4:36 to go in the third. Who would have thunk it? Rick.
Well, the Rick meter would have thunk it because they were leaning Charleston at halftime. And Charleston, to your track meet comment earlier, Colin, hey, we just had back-to-back scores. They get the equalizer, or they get back the touchdown that they gave up to Arizona just a moment ago.
Kickoff is deep to Owens, who fields it about the 1. Spins up the middle, gets knocked down at the 22. Hey, don't leave the broadcast without joining the Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pickup games. Play SFL Fantasy Football. Test your knowledge in the Survivor Pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu. The SFL Community 2000 Strong will see you there. Connor Weston with that big response by Arizona out to the 48.
Arizona getting out of the minus side of the field in one big play. And this is impressive. We won't see the pocket, but there's great protection, and they shifted over, the protection to the left side of the formation because Charleston put on the pressure from that side. They picked it up and allowed Ashley Jackson plenty of time to get that thing down the field.
Jackson, 4 wide. Back to throw, pumps. Now down the middle, complete. First down to Punk. That's his 5th catch. And TJ's very excited about that one as it's first down at the 33.
The underutilized pump fake, in my mind, is so effective in a high percentage fashion. If you've got the protection time, give it a try.
The other side, Jackson pumps again, goes the other way. Ooh. Almost intercepted, but then almost caught by Punk.
Well, I think
incomplete.
I think the defender screwed up the line of sight for the receiver, Colin, as it seemed to pass right through his hands and surprised Punk, in my humble opinion.
2nd and 10 at the 33.
Oh, wait, IMHO. That's how the youngsters talk these days.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, it's legit.
Trips to the top of the screen. Jackson out to Wilkes Odd, who's knocked down at the 28. They'll set up a 3rd and 5 from the Charleston 28, Rick.
That's right. And Arizona trying to get back that score that they gave up to Charleston just a moment ago. Trying to cut into the 13-point lead yet again.
Jackson. Oh, he's just going to be inches short. It's Punk.
Supposed to fall forward.
He fell sideways. It's dead. No.
Oh, no. It's football IQ. Come on. Fall forward.
Situational awareness, too.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better term for it.
There's Cliff Allen on for the field goal attempt.
Well, they want to take their points on the road. Not a bad tactic.
Snap spot kick is on the way. Good.
Had somebody knife through the line and nearly got a hand on the kick, Colin.
40 yards away. It's now 20-10. Cliff Allen comes up aces for his ball club. And that's on 3 points, but they were hoping for 7 as he's now 22 on the year.
So how do the QBRs compare here as we're closing in on the end of the third quarter, Colin?
77.2 for Johnson, and Jackson has 56.7. He's thrown 5 picks.
I'm not surprised that Johnson leads Ashley Jackson, but both those scores, both those QBRs seem low to me. But, you know, the algorithm is the algorithm.
First and 10 at 26. Johnson walking up under center. Nebuchadnezzar, number 62, the rookie. Snap. Throw out to Storm. Storm has plenty of room. Picks up 8 yards before he's dragged down at the 34. Had a 63-yard touchdown run, his longest of the year last time he had it.
Yeah, they've been surprisingly effective with that player, with that concept, Colin. They've run that 4 times maybe with Saren Storm out there, and for whatever reason, there's no Scorpions up on them.
Here's Storm. Ooh, that time, no, Tilly was on top of him that time.
Saren Storm and the running game just don't go together tonight.
They popped it for big ones, but they've had trouble for consistency as Tilly was unblocked and made his way unimpeded into the backfield.
You know what I would do, Colin? If I had it in the playbook, I'd run a counter with Saren Storm. See what happens.
High formation, here's an ISO. Get the Storm, he's stopped. On third down, they tried to cross him up by going for the run, but Diggs and company wouldn't have any of it.
So 4th and 5 brings out the punter.
Brings out the Monsieur Blueberry.
Mr. Blueberry. Now, did Veruca Salt, did she become a blueberry or a grape? I can't remember.
I think it was a blueberry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She became very purple.
Now it's 4th and 5. The tackle's made out there by Hoagland on special teams. Arizona takes over on their own 33 with 55 seconds left in the third.
You know, good coverage on that play, but Arizona still has fairly decent field position, starting out anyway. It's not the worst in the world on their own 33. I've seen worse. Right? And they've thrown deep early.
They go to the outs and picks up 9.5 is Punk. At least it was on first down and not third down.
Right. You could still fall forward. Take a dive underneath the defender. Veruca Salt was a spoiled brat. Hey, where does that chute lead to? I believe it's the incinerator. Wonka.
Here's Moses trying to spin, lost a yard. Beautiful tackle made on the play by Kevin Brackett. And it sets up a 3rd and 1 on Arizona's own 42. This might be the last play of the quarter. Depending on how timing goes.
Quarter.
Jackson over the middle, tipped in and complete.
Just sneak it. Run the ball.
Jack Brown got his big old body up there, and Glashaw will have to trot on the field once again.
That's a big play for the Predators, is it not, Colin?
It's huge.
Huge. Like Baruka. Well, Charleston playing for a golden ticket here in terms of upsets. Getting the ball back here at the end of the third quarter.
A return up to the 31. We reach the end of the third. Put your 4s, 86s, and 68s and 12s up in the chat.
That's right. That's right. We're about to find out who owned the fourth quarter. Owns. We'll be, here we are with the fourth quarter as Colin and I put the foil on.
Every game. Kentez Johnson walks up under center with 3 wide receivers. Start the fourth quarter with a handoff up the middle. That is to Nick Hoagland.
Right, not Saren Storm. As that goes for
He picks
positive.
up 4 yards. He's been in there in passing downs, but that's his first touch of the ball game.
I think that that's the crossing up of the defense that Charleston was looking for with that. Regardless, they need to get the run play moving or being a threat because that helps the passing game. Right? Am I right?
Johnson back to throw, fires underneath. It'll be a couple yards short of sticks to Reed. See the quarterback comparison there. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. So Charleston unable to convert that third and short. Needed 2, only got 1.
So they will now be punting. They needed some fizzy lifting drink on that last play to give them a boost.
Blueberry punts it away.
Oh, nice.
Owens is shouldered down the hard way.
How'd you like to earn $12? The hard way.
DJ Woods wants to know how many interceptions Jackson's thrown. The unofficial tally
is, drum roll please.
The unofficial tally is 5.
5? How many is 5? Trying to find some room to run and nothing doing.
As Moses is stopped after just 1.
Well, this is the part of the game, Colin, where we like to ask the question.
What the heck's going on with the Rick meter?
The Rick meter's coming out with full-on Charleston. Charleston predicted to win this game at the 8:55 mark of the fourth quarter. Arizona has showed a little bit of offensive life and a little bit more defense.
And welcome to the ball game, Chino McFly. He makes an emphatic tackle on DJ Moses for no gain. Second down to set up 3rd and 9. Jackson under center. Quick drop, slant over the middle. Owens catches it, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's a good-looking play right there. Arizona needs more of that.
So if things were to hold,
yes. Dígame.
This would set up a Western Division clinching scenario between Arizona and Las Vegas.
Next week, right?
Next week.
Yeah. Well, Arizona still has 8 minutes to work with, and they intend to do something about it, as you can see right here.
Moses picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Eddie Gage is coaching getting the old coaching muscles going here and trying to pull this one out. Does not want to have to face a one-game playoff, if you will, for the division title, and Arizona wants to stay in the driver's seat for the bye.
Moses, two spin, breaks away. Blotner chasing it. Finally brings him down at the 32, and Sam Blotner saved what could have been the second touchdown of the day for Moses. Nobody was catching number 25.
No. Indeed, and
spin.
Arizona showing they've got some skills.
They're feeding 25 as the clock now is winding under 7.
Yes.
Will be under 7 minutes to go at this next snap. 136 yards and 16 carries for Moses. That is only his third grab, picks up only a yard.
Arizona does need 2 scores. Typically that's 2 possessions. Maybe special teams or defense can help the cause, but the clock is inexorably becoming the enemy of the Scorpions now, Colin.
Tight formation, single receiver to the wing. Jackson back to throw. Has to fire this out to Justin Williams, who turns upfield, gains 5 yards before McFly brings him down. I'm sorry, every time I see that name, I have to do it.
I think that's why, yeah. It was funny, it used to be called Calvin Klein, but Marty McFly. Geno McFly, sorry. Now you've got me thinking that.
Jackson fires out to Moses. He can't turn the corner. Needed 3 yards, only got 1. Do you go for the field goal here?
Well, you might. I
Looks
probably
like-
would.
Looks like Cliff Allen's going to be.
Because you may not, you may only get one more possession. It just depends. So cutting it to a 1-possession game is probably the smart thing to do. Here we go. Everybody's holding their breath.
Running backs on the roll. Snap, spot kick is on the way. Good from 40. Allen's third field goal of the day.
Automatic right there, buddy.
It's now 20-13.
And Arizona cuts the lead, cuts their deficit to 7. It's been, it was either 3 or 10.
And they've actually now gained Charleston by a little bit, 347 to 341. As the numbers tell the tale, the offenses have been efficient, but Arizona's turned it over a couple of times.
It'll be crucial here for Arizona's defense to limit the offensive possession here for Charleston.
The return by Odo will be up to the 25, clock stop at 5:33.
Arizona's shown an ability to do that, Colin. We've seen them force a few punts here in the second half by Mr. Blueberry.
First and 10 at the 25 for Kentes Johnson and company.
Jack Wall with a vocabulary word. Everybody, check it out.
See? People learn things
People
when they
learn.
listen to us, Dad.
Yeah, be a reader.
Murphy gets the ball. First time we call his name in a while. Picks up about 11 or 12 yards. His best catch of the day.
I remember when I was just learning how to read from my hobo mentors when I was riding the rails during the Great Depression, and it's turned out to be quite a useful skill.
First and 10 at the 38. Kentes Johnson. Boy, this guy has been lighting up the stat sheet. 266 yards on 24-33 passing. 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. Jared Storm on the wing, but
nice.
Moore plays it perfectly. Tackling him for no gain.
Well done, young man. Nice open field tackle on what's been the biggest threat for on Charleston's offensive side of the ball.
Now under 5 minutes to go. It's 2nd and 10. Here's to get to Sutherland. The fullback only picks up 1, but the clock continues to melt away.
So 3rd and long. This is just what Arizona's D's been playing for here. Want to get the stop, or maybe even a timely pick.
3 wide, Hoagland in the block on this 3rd and 9 situation. They got a pass. Slant over the middle. Murphy, first down. Tackle made by Nathaniel Diggs, and the clock now winds under 4 minutes to go.
Diggs just runs across her just over the line and has to be sure-handed, and he is with that. Well, now
Storm is back in.
And I think this puts Charleston a little bit more in the driver's seat.
Out of the shotgun is Johnson. Has both backs to either side. Out of the 2 wide set, he's back to throw. Fires out. Reed trying to turn the corner. Gets the first down, but he got out of bounds. Clock stopped.
I think they'll take the extra set of downs in exchange for the stop clock. Well, they put Arizona in a position where they're going to have to start really gambling on defense, Colin. Let's see what happens.
Maybe even use their timeouts in their disposal. Clock stops at 3:24 left.
Uh-oh.
They give off the Storm. Tackle made after a 4-yard pickup. Liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership.
Well, 2nd and 6. Colin, interesting formation. Looks like a run play. It is.
They give off the Storm. He's tackled for a loss of 1 as we barrel ever closer to the 2-minute warning. David Tilley with another TFL.
Oh, no. A 3rd and long. Is it just me, or does anybody else not see that run game, unless it's who is the fullback, the surprise carry or the surprise running back, just isn't working for Charleston, Colin.
Now they go 3 wide. Nick Hoagland.
This tight end right here in the bottom is going to be out in the pattern too, right?
Yep, 4, maybe 5 total in the pattern. It's 5. It's down for a sack.
Oh,
We
no.
reached the 2-minute warning. Hunter Norwood finally brings it down after missing one early in the ballgame. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by ATM Music on YouTube.
Hey, you know what else that did, Colin? It took them out of a potential field goal attempt, that sack. Did that sack. Well done, Arizona.
And Mr. Blueberry on the field again. He's been on the field a lot here in the second half.
It's bouncing into the end zone. Oh, no, it did not.
It did bounce into the end zone.
It did it? Oh, my gosh. It must have bounced on the goal line. That's crazy. Thought they were going to have them pinned, but Arizona breathes a sigh of relief. They'll start out at the 20. So, like Jake and Elwood, minute 51 to go, 80 yards. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
1:51 to go. All 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Jackson will throw. It's an out route. Owens gets out of bounds after a pickup of 8.
Right. And go back and take a look at some of the plays in that last possession for Charleston, and they may have been able to run the play clock down on several of those more than what they did, including it appears on that punt, leaving Arizona with some time.
It was after the 2-minute warning. Punt.
Oh, that's right, coming out of the 2-minute warning.
Jackson throws, tipped in the air by Jack Brown, who's a really big guy. They're able to swat a paw up there. He's 6'5", so he's able to use his big old height advantage just to Get up there and swat that pass away.
Yeah, I apologize, Colin. I've been talking over you a little bit lately. I'm excited by this game, as I hope the viewing public is as well.
3rd and 2. Ball on the Arizona 28. Clock stopped with 1:44. Jackson, 3 wide receivers.
Right at the A-gap. A-gap, come on. No linebacker home.
Jackson throws. Complete. Johnston Mango almost had it. Almost.
Ashley Jackson could have probably walked for the first down there, as there was nobody over the nose guard. No nose guard, nobody in the middle.
Crowd picks up agenda defense here. It's 4th and 2.
Same formation?
They have to go for it. No choice. Jackson. Tipped it incomplete.
Oh,
Charleston takes over on downs. Bracket.
wow. Wow, crazy. It's 3rd and short, 4th and short, and ran the same concept both times. Same passing concept, Colin. Well, Arizona has all their timeouts. Charleston is going to have to get at least 1 first down here, depending on the mix of plays.
They're already in field goal range, but you're right. They have to get 1 first down if they truly want to salt this away.
Right. Or you're right, Colin. Call me unobservant. They're in field goal range.
Storm tackled at the line of scrimmage, and Arizona calls their first timeout.
Of course, if they're going to attempt a field goal, they'd like to get 9.5 yards if they're going to stall out, right, Colin?
Exactly. At least move the ball forward. 2nd and 10.
2 lead blockers.
No mystery as to what they're going to do here. Storm just got it in one play, picked up 9. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Oh, that classic and always dicey swim move as the ball kind of comes up over the shoulder of the ball carrier. Very vulnerable, but able to get through and down to almost the line to gain.
Third and 1 from the 19. Who did they go with here?
That one.
It is Storm. Touchdown. That ought to do it. Ball is at the 16.
Wow.
When they needed a big play, they put it in the hands of the former wide receiver playing tailback for the first time. And with that carry, he's officially up over 100 yards rushing.
There we go. There we go. And they're just going to kneel this one out.
Arizona cannot stop the clock.
Wow.
And what has to be the start off to end to be one of the ending games in this Saturday slate.
Yes.
To already be one of the upsets of the weekend.
Yeah, surprising. I think everybody, especially Jack's Data and the wagering fans among us.
As the clock continues to wind down, the Predators will win their 3rd game of the year, which means next week for Week 14, they have an opportunity to surpass last season's win total. They were 3-9 a year ago. They'll now be 3-8. After this game, Arizona drops to 8-3, setting up that winner-take-all showdown in the West. Kentes Johnson kneels it away. And the final score, Ripley couldn't make it any better than this. Charleston 20, Arizona 13.
Wow. fun game. And Eddie Gage, sorry about your team's loss, but great game by Charleston. Just had a fabulous first half and was able to extend that a little bit. They took they were toned down a little bit by the Arizona offense, Colin, but they still come out with a win.
Moses, though, he put in the work, 136 yards, 16 carries, and a touchdown. Which is that one right there. Where he just basically teleported through the entire defense.
Right, he did the full Mike TV and transported himself into the end zone. That was crazy. So, Colin, who do you think the player of the game's going to be here?
Well, for a while, based on how things were going, I thought it was going to be...
Yes.
I thought it was going to be Kenta Johnson, but it's Darren Storm Kid, especially after that 63-yard run, considering he got to 100 yards.
Yep.
He's my pick for player.
You know what I like about that one is he was crucial to keeping drives alive, especially the first 3 scoring drives they had, where it was field goal, touchdown, field goal, which ended up being the lead that Arizona couldn't ever get over. Traded some touchdowns with each other along the way in the second half, but yeah, I could see that totally. And I could see Kentez Johnson, 27 of 36, 288 yards. That typically means those are good player of the game threat stats, no?
Jay Hayden picked up a receiving touchdown on 55 yards.
Well, a mystery no more. It's Saren Storm. Nice call, Colin.
Over 100 yards on the ground, 44 receiving yards to the air on 7 grabs. Congratulations to that young man. As the Predators pull off the upset over Arizona, we're calling Northrop Brick Northrop thanks to Mark Mello and One Mississippi on Stats. Cameron Ryan, our executive producer. Good night, everyone.